I just want to remind us all that the reasons for us convening these roundtable sessions is that the climate emergency needs an all-of-government, whole-of-society approach, and we need to work towards a just transition. But this existential crisis is an opportunity for us to crowdsource for solutions, especially hyper-localized solutions. And therefore, the roundtable sessions are free, open to the public. It is our contribution towards capacity building and building institutional memory when all sessions are recorded. Our work begins immediately. The rapid momentum needs all key stakeholders to step up. This is a unique, likely the only national platform for engagement via respectful dialogue for us to discuss mitigation, adaptation, and transition needs. It is what I think is an unprecedented mobilization of the private sector to convene voices from ministries, states, private sector, civil society, including youth. This is the critical year for action. Governments all around the world are going to be invited to increase the ambition of their nationally determined contributions, and science is informing us that emissions need to be halved by 2030 and peak by 2025, which is only 2 years away. During the pandemic, arguably the largest social experiment where almost everyone was instructed to stay at home, global emissions had only dropped by 9%, and by year end only 6% because China had rebounded. And the drop in CO2 emissions had no detectable impact on atmospheric CO2 or climate change. It is extremely small compared to the emissions accumulated so far and compared to the emissions cuts which are needed to tackle climate change. So from the business community, we are looking squarely into a future where investments are at risk. Without clear sustainability pathways, investors are going to find it difficult to invest in you. Bankers will find it difficult to lend you money. Consumers will not buy your products, and the best talent will not want to work for you. And this is a journey that your staff and your competitors want to move on. So the next steps, if you're a corporate, do consider becoming a member of the CEO Action Network. There are already 56 forward-looking CEOs who have started the transition and are pivoting towards climate resilience. Climate Governance Malaysia is always open to receiving your views and your support. Sign up for our newsletters, register to attend sessions, volunteer, write into us with suggestions, and of course, support the Roundtable initiative by volunteering, by attending, putting the word out by sharing links to the event, sharing the report widely. The recordings and the blog posts are going to be up shortly, and the program of upcoming roundtable sessions this year will be unveiled in the next few weeks. Finally, thank you. The report of proceedings for last year's sessions would not have been possible without the time and effort of many, many stakeholders. And now we are seeing the support of the royal houses, line ministries, state and local governments, government regulatory and enforcement agencies. Thank you to all the corporate entities that helped us to organize, who participated actively, frankly, openly in all the roundtables, especially those from CEO Action Network and Climate Governance Malaysia. A special note of thanks to PwC, especially the Executive Chairman, Datuk Faiz Azmi. Academia, universities, research institute, think tanks, civil society, our foreign country partners, heads of mission who have been so generous in their support and encouragement, and the youth, because the future begins now. And finally, the many volunteers who have worked tirelessly in the background because they believe that change is possible when engaged individuals and groups of individuals are empowered with information. And so a special thanks to Audrey Ho, who has been an incredible support, source of encouragement, strength to all of us. So in closing, I want to recap what Dr. Gary told us yesterday. The climate emergency needs every single person to step up. And we are all community leaders in our own right. And where there are more of us in the room discussing this, when more of our views are captured and curated, crowdsourced for hyper-localized solutions, momentum will build, more will get the message and feel compelled to act on it. Thank you, and see you at the next roundtable session. Bye, everyone.